And Casshan Singnamsaab now in the ring as well. Hunter, who's wearing the coral do-rag, it appears, and the pink, black, and white trunks. He's a native of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, now calls New York City home. While his opponent tonight, Casshan Singnamsaab, who is kneeling in the center of the ring.
I gotta say, this is a first for me, seeing the do-rag with the Moncone.
Yeah, how about that? A fashion statement from Caleb Hunter tonight. And again, Casshan Singnamsaab, a native of Washington, D.C., runs his own gym in Rockville, Maryland. Team Singnamsaab, and trains under Master Sam Praratsrichai. We'll see him for the first time on Friday Night Fights tonight. For the introductions, let's go to Connor Hall.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for 5 rounds of action out of the 150-pound weight division. Fighting out of the red corner, Singnamsaab Muay Thai. He's represented with a 2-3 record. From Maryland, Casshan Singnamsaab. And fighting out of the blue corner, he represents King's Thai Boxing with a 3-1 record. From right here in New York, Caleb Hunter.
All right, fellas, you got the rules in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Listen to my commands. Fight hard, fight clean. Any questions? Any questions? Touch gloves. Let's get back to your corner.
All right, just moments away here from a 5-round professional bout. Full rules Muay Thai in effect. Caleb Hunter on the left side of your screen. Fighting out of King's Thai Boxing in New York under Aaron the Ghost Fisher. Takes on Casshan Singnamsaab out of Team Singnamsaab in Rockville, Maryland. Both of these men making their Friday Night Fights debuts. Hunter in the black and white trunks with pink trim is 3-1 as a pro. Singnamsaab 2-3.
Hunter immediately went for the clinch and locked up Singnamsaab. See if that's a strategy he has or just happened to fall into it to start off the fight. Now he's closing the distance.
Now, while Caleb Hunter has a short pro career so far, his trainer Aaron Fisher pointed out to me yesterday he is a decorated amateur champion, much like my broadcast partner Mike Tirico. Caleb Hunter winning belt in the ISKA, WKA, WBC, and IKF as an amateur. So a deep amateur background from Caleb Hunter.
Hunter again closing the distance, immediately grabbing that clinch, throwing some elbows, throwing some knees. Not sure what he saw scouting Singnamsaab, but it appears that this is where he wants to be this fight. I'd like to see him do a little bit more with the position when he gets there.
Meanwhile, Casshan Singnamsaab wearing the red gloves. He has been out of action since June of 2018, so 16-month layoff for Singnamsaab here to deal with, in addition to fighting the favored fighter, the guy from the hometown gym in King's Thai Boxing. That being Caleb Hunter. But Singnamsaab doing his best to lock up the taller fighter. 4-inch height advantage for Caleb Hunter here.
Seems like he doesn't want to stay at the distance and bang, but as soon as he can close it, wrapping up that clinch. We'll see if that changes as this fight goes on.
One thing you do notice about the two fighters, despite the height disadvantage for Singnamsaab, he has enormous legs, a huge base underneath them, whereas Caleb Hunter's a little bit longer and leaner. So far, the taller man's been able to kind of exert his will, it seems, Mike.
Well, he's controlling the position that he wants, but again, he's not doing much with the clinch. Might be trying to avoid power shots from Singnamsaab. we'll see as this goes on. Maybe with the rust, he's planning that Singnamsaab's cardio isn't quite there.
And of course, we should point out this is a 5-round matchup. The previous fight between Masonette and George was a 3-rounder. 5 3-minute rounds is an eternity in pro Muay Thai. So both these men in it for the long haul.
Not much action in that round.
A lot of clinching.
A lot of clinching. Hunter did a good job of implementing his game plan of, you know, closing the distance, getting the clinch, pitter-pat, but nothing too seriously, too damaging landed there. Singnamsaab did a good job negating the risk for elbows, and those knees weren't anything on him. No mustard on those.
What's the game plan here, Mike? If you're Aaron the Ghost Fisher, you have this tall fighter, you have this long, lean fighter, you're facing a pro who's been out of action for more than a year. How do you approach a guy like this? Are you going full steam ahead, or are you kind of letting him drain a little bit?
It seems like the game plan is to drain him out a little bit. Again, they might be concerned with the power. Like you said yourself, Singnamsaab's a big guy. Thick legs, thick
yeah.
upper body. If you had to say who had a better power shot just looking at the body type of these guys, you would say Singnamsaab definitely does. And there is closing the distance, grabbing the clinch. So,
body lock here for Casshan Singnamsaab. Let's see if Caleb Hunter's athletic ability can create potential damage in this position. Chris Romulo, our referee, breaks up the two fighters. 2 more fights still to come, folks, as we come to you live from New York City's Broad Street Ballroom on Friday Night Fights. Up next, a rematch at 135 pounds between Srijan Munier and Giovanni Mercado. And after that, our main event of the evening, Omar punches Ahmed and Henry Lee for a 142-pound title.
Hunter doing a good job of turning in the clinch. But again, with that height difference, Singnamsaab can lock up that body lock, protect his face from elbows, and kind of just wait it out until Romulo has to break the two of them up. Again, Hunter keeping him at that distance range. And it seems when Singnamsaab comes in, he's going to wrap him up and clinch him.
Hunter being very, very choosy here. Singnamsaab tries to come down the chute with a teep.
It's tough going from a fight when guys are throwing leather like George was last fight to now a little bit more timid. A little bit more strategic and slow.
But it just takes one shot to change the pace and tenor of one of these fights, Mike, as you well know.
And Hunter doing a good job controlling him in the corner right now. Nice elbow by Singnamsaab.
So far, the shorter man is hanging tough, but it's been Caleb Hunter kind of leaning on Singnamsaab. He's been the guy kind of with the more ring generalship so far, but not a lot of damage inflicted.
Nice up elbow there.
Singnamsaab comes right down the middle with an up elbow. Splits the guard of Caleb Hunter as the bell sounds to end round number 2. I think starting to open up just a little bit there at the end of the second round. Singnamsaab going for the overhand right there.
Good knee while he entered the clinch. And Hunter's doing a good job. As he enters, he's throwing something, but Singnamsaab's doing a good job kind of negating and blocking those knees when he lifts up his legs. And there was that nice up elbow, probably the most significant strike of the round right there.
Neither man seeming too much worse for the wear. Very much still up for grabs this fight right now. Still 2 more pro fights to come this evening. On Friday Night Fights, our 2019 fall opener. You're watching Caleb Hunter on the left side of your screen from King's Thai Boxing in New York. Take on Casshan Singnamsaab from Team Singnamsaab in Rockville, Maryland. Both men making their Friday Night Fights debuts. As Singnamsaab goes up high with the left leg to begin round number 3. Up next, Regin Munier and Giovanni Mercado renew their rivalry. They'll have a rematch at 135 pounds. And our main event after that, Omar Punches Ahmed and Henry Lee for the ISKA Full Rules 42-pound pro Muay Thai title.
Now, the difference with Muay Thai in the U.S. and Muay Thai in Thailand, where it originated, those first 2 rounds would be scored as a draw unless something major like a knockdown happened. But here, those first 2 rounds score, even though nothing significant happened, they will have an effect on round 3, 4, and 5 and how this fight goes.
And you don't have a lot of 10-10 rounds in American combat sports. It just does not happen. Even though it often should, arguably, it's just, well, in boxing they have 10-10 rounds. They are allowed, but they don't use them.
Back in the clinch.
Chris Romulo warning Casshan Singnamsaab not to hook the leg and keep it there. Hunter tried to get some leverage on Singnamsaab and dump him onto the canvas, but the stockier man kind of put his weight down and wouldn't allow it to happen. 90 seconds left in round 3.
You see, it's definitely a game plan. Definitely a game plan here, Hunter, to keep it away, keep it at distance, and then get in there, close it, clinch, and either stall or try to do some damage. He's trying to do elbows, but Singnamsaab's doing a good job of negating his offense, but not really doing much offense of his own. Hunter's not really looking for the opportunity to sweep. Just kind of happy to pitter-pat and throw those slapping knees.
We get the feeling Singnamsaab knows he's got to do something dramatic here to get the judge's attention, but Hunter just really not allowing him to do that, and the longer, leaner man seemingly content to wrestle up against the ropes.
I'd like to see Singnamsaab actually throw that up elbow again, because he knows the game plan. Hunter's coming in to try to clinch. As he's reaching forward, split the guard, hit that up elbow, throw a knee off of it.
There is the bell in round number 3. Singnamsaab looks pretty fired up there, but not much action has transpired between these two.
No, not much.
Well, there was Singnamsaab. He did have that elbow, as you mentioned, Mike. And then Hunter had one of his own up against the ropes. Going into round 4 of a scheduled 5. We're live from New York's Broad Street Ballroom, everybody. Ari Alagami with Mike the Machine Chirico. Still 2 more pro Muay Thai bouts to come here. Up next, Regin Munier and Giovanni Mercado get at it once again. A rematch at 135 pounds. And then our main event of the evening, Omar Punches Ahmed takes on Henry Lee for a pro Muay Thai title at 142 pounds.
Even as the fight feels, the emotions in the corner were drastically different. Aaron Fisher, Hunter's trainer, calm, collected. Seems that they're doing what they want to do, and Hunter's implementing his game plan. Whereas Singnamsaab's corner, yelling, trying to hype him up, telling him to throw some big shots before they clinch up and to create some space. So the game plan being implemented, even though it's almost on an even pace right now.
Now these two fighters square off in the center of the ring. Hunter in the black, white, and pink trunks. Singnamsaab in the black, white with red lettering and gold across the front. Singnamsaab trying to turn Hunter, can't do it. These fighters kind of displaying their strength in different ways as Hunter splits the guard with a teep.
Nice teep by Hunter. He has the advantage at range. You can see the size difference in terms of that length and that reach. So outside of Singnamsaab's striking, which we haven't really seen him load up on anything, no heavy overhand rights, no big punches to try to score. It seems like he's just content to grapple. Now, although it might seem boring to the new fan to striking in Muay Thai, there's a lot of work and a lot goes on in the clinch, similar to like MMA when guys are wrestling on the cage. It's one of the most grueling aspects of the sport. But again, nice up elbow there by Singnamsaab. Again, he's got to land that. Every time Hunter's coming in to clinch, it's there and it's open.
That did turn the jaw of Kaleb Hunter quite dramatically. Two best elbows of the fight, perhaps, although Hunter did have a really nice one in the third as well, but Singnamsaab has split the guard on two different occasions. Now, all of a sudden, he turns Hunter for a brief moment, but Kaleb quickly reestablishes his position against the ropes.
Singnamsaab needs a little bit more of that. As he comes in, you know he's coming straight forward, cut that angle, throw something big. Because in terms of anything significant being thrown or landed, there's not much. So a nice overhand right could win you the round just off of that. Again, nice up elbow. Singnamsaab doing a good job of not letting him get wrapped up, cutting angles, moving, pushing him off. We'd like to see that 2 rounds ago.
It's like maybe a little bit of a mouse. Oh yeah, big bump, in fact, under the left eye of Singnamsaab. So that was probably from that right elbow of Hunter.
Nice teep there to the face.
You can see right there, a little bit of a mouse, but that was a beautiful left elbow and up elbow. But there is some swelling underneath the eye of Casshan Singnamsaab. Not a danger to him in any way right now, but it is there. Going into our 5th and final round here in a methodical chess match of a pro Muay Thai bout. Casshan Singnamsaab and Kaleb Hunter. Hunter on the left side of your screen, Singnamsaab on the right. Hunter pushing Singnamsaab back. Again, this has been, for much of the fight, this is what we've seen. Hunter leaning on Singnamsaab. Singnamsaab trying to get the left leg up as a blocker to push Hunter off, but really Hunter seemingly exerting his will. Just visually, Mike, it just seems like Hunter's been in control. Even though that's not really the case, and Singnamsaab's fighting a strong fight here, just from the looks of things, I think Hunter's been the guy who's controlling the ring.
Well, he's controlling the ring. Hunter's the guy that's initiating the clinch. So he's putting the fight where he wants it. But in terms of Singnamsaab, I can't really tell what his game plan is, because when they're out and open in space in the middle, center of the ring, he's not throwing. He's almost waiting for that clinch to come. He's being very passive in this fight. It seems like he's not really trying to stick it to Hunter.
Right there, the up elbow though. On demand from Mike Tirico, Singnamsaab responds, and that has been the best strike that he's been able to muster in this battle so far. Those up elbows down the middle. He's peppered them here and there, but they haven't done any major damage to Kaleb Hunter.
But we do have a cut. Singnamsaab looks cut on his hairline, trickling down his forehead.
We saw our last fight end because of a cut and an inopportune place. Let's see where this one is. Looks like it could be up on the forehead. Yes, indeed, Mike, right on the hairline. You got it. Minute left in this 5th round. Can Hunter exploit the cut? Just another optic for the judges to kind of consider here as we potentially head towards a scorecard situation.
Although not the most exciting game plan, seems to be very effective. He's wearing him down, controlling the ring, and obviously, as you can see, more damage. It's tough for the judges not to see the blood coming off and you know, scoring an even round in favor of the guy that has less damage.
So it looks like, unless disaster strikes, Singnamsaab will be able to survive with that cut on his forehead. Kaleb Hunter trying to close the show in style, but just seconds remain in this battle. And there's the bell. Casshan Singnamsaab and Kaleb Hunter go the distance on Friday Night Fights in their debuts on the longest running Muay Thai series in North America. I think that was one of the more methodical pro Muay Thai bouts I've ever seen, Mike. Really, it was just, you have to be a fight fan to appreciate it, I think.
Yep, it's tough. It's not the most exciting. You'd want to see two guys standing there and bang, for sure. And the way that their body types and almost stylistically with the game plan of Hunter to engage that clinch, you'd have assumed the game plan of Singnamsaab would have been to throw some heavy leather. But that just didn't seem like the case. The game plan made a lot of sense if Singnamsaab was throwing heavy leather. Don't take any big shots, close the distance, engage that clinch, hit those elbows, slice them up. Obviously, as you could see, Hunter was able to do that to Singnamsaab.
And interestingly, it was Singnamsaab that landed the more kind of eye-catching elbows, but Hunter had a few of his own and ended up cutting open Singnamsaab. That might have been from a clash of heads potentially. These guys were basically locked up in a phone booth for the whole fight, so it's very possible that the two bumped heads at some point in that 5th round and kind of gashed Singnamsaab just a bit.
And Hunter's trainer, you know, Aaron Fisher is a veteran of the game. Could have been very strategic. Home crowd, hometown advantage, grind out a close fight. Chances are you're going to get the decision. But I think with the damage also, Singnamsaab bloodied up, definitely weighed in the favor of Hunter. But we'll see what the judges have to say about it.
Indeed we will. It falls to our judges at ringside once again. Connor Hall has the scorecards. Let's see what he has to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. After 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. And Judge A sees his 45-50. Judge B, 46-49. Judge C, 46-49, unanimously in favor of Kaleb Hunter.
No surprise there.
So I think, Mike, it was just a matter